Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Perillo, and I have an it's Tusken Raider, number 41. Sorry, 41 in the Black Series line with the red design, and I say it that way because Hasbro had produced a Black Series line of 6-inch scale figures, and they did that before I really started getting into them, and then I really started getting into them. Not that I can go back and get into them again, because the older ones that have not been reissued are kind of pricey. Even the newer ones that have been reissued are kind of pricey. Now, the Tusken Raider, to my knowledge, is new in the sense that it's never been done before, specifically in the 6-inch scale. So I'm very happy to have this one, which is a duplicate of the other one that will remain in the box. I also have the one that you might remember is on a card, the 40th anniversary Tusken Raider, a sand person. I'm going to slice into the tape very carefully. And the reason why, even though I don't really intend on holding on to the entirety of this box, is that I really kind of like holding on to cardboard that could be used for other things, specifically a red backdrop. So if you see a picture of this Tusken Raider against a red backdrop, it's probably because I'm using the same red backdrop. Because look at this. It's in pretty good shape. There's nothing else in the box, by the way. But that's in pretty decent shape right there. And so what I might do is basically position it such that there's no shadows, and then take a picture of this part of the Tusken Raider, because I don't think I could get the full-on Tusken Raider, because I just don't have a backdrop that's big enough. But I kind of like how that looks at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, in the middle of the night, doesn't matter. I have a Tusken Raider! I'm kind of happy about that. And I did not have to pay scalper prices. So I'm going to slide its rifle out, I think. Oh, it's got tape. There we go. It's got tape up there. Boy, there's tape everywhere here. There we go. We have a rifle. That's what Jedi says. Jedi goes, and here's a gaffy stick, or at least part of a gaffy stick. The other part, with kind of a feathered end, is here, and it looks like not only can I remove this piece, or replace this piece, this gaffy stick, the weapon, with that end, but there also seems to be two other ends with different designs. So, like, you know, if your Tusken Raider is just, you know, wanting to, you know, be a little more aerodynamic with the whacking, with the pointy end of the gaffy stick, you could use this end. But if you're looking to beat eggs, you could use this one, you know, right here. Can you see there? That one could be used. This one would be used for making whipped cream. So use heavy whipping cream with this one. So it's a very versatile Tusken Raider. I was kind of surprised to see that. All right, so let's go ahead and pop it out. Unless, of course, there's some kind of rubber banding around its feet, which, I got to give it credit, was easy to remove from the packaging. Okay, sorry, I felt my thumb get kind of tingly. If you can't tell, my hands are blackened and kind of bruised because I just finished basically removing hot glue from some loose used figures that I got for about $2 a piece, and that was a process and a half. And by the way, if you're ever curious as to how to do that effectively against plastic or even electronics, just use like isopropyl alcohol, 91%, and, you know, let it soak for a little bit, and then just use tweezers or, you know, even your finger or some kind of terry cloth, and the hot glue kind of falls away, just FYI. And so, yeah, I was trying to pull the hot glue away from the plastic, not on the new stuff, the used stuff that I got. And so that's just a little tip, in case you were wondering. You probably already knew that. I did not until today, because I did not need to do that until today. So I'm okay with the soft goods on a sand person, a Tusken Raider, if only because they are definitely true or truer to Tusken Raider, as we might have seen in any one of the Star Wars films that they happen to appear in. and I don't mind, if only because it's attached pretty well, in the sense that it's not unwieldy, and in fact, it looks like it's even been kind of bunched up inside of this harder plastic, or it's a pliable plastic underneath. But there you go. So you can fan it out, or you can tuck it in. Let's see here. I wonder. I think I'm going to leave mine untucked. You know, it's a very disheveled sand person. Typical points of articulation: elbows, wrists, head, neck. Waist doesn't really have a lot of articulation, and I can't imagine there being too many poses that you'd be able to have, but there's a double-jointed knee. You've also got the ankles. But let's see how well it balances on its own. For the most part, okay, does pretty well. So I'm going to outfit it, I think, with a gaffy stick in one hand and a rifle in the other, and then go ahead and showcase it. I'll take a picture of it first, as I was mentioning, so that y'all can be jealous of my my Tusken Raider. Aww. Or as Jedi calls it, And if Jedi's watching this video right now, who's this? Who's that? Who's that? Who is it? You should go, Come on, if you can't call it what's the fun of even having a Tusken Raider in the first place? I like it. Even though it is a 6-inch scale figure, it's nice. It displays very, very well. Still much more of a fan of the 3 3/4 inch scale. I've said that. I will continue to say that because that's the kind of person I am. And in fact, I think there's a new one that's going to be coming out real soon in the Black Series. More on that later. And until then, I'm going to go ahead and leave you to your own devices and tell you, may the Force be with you.